let's take a look at our top selections for the... Hi everybody, Dan Illman here taking a special look at race number 7 at Century Mile on Sunday. Let's take a peek at this field. This is the third leg in the late pick 5, the second leg in the late pick 4, and it's a nice optional claiming race. Non-winners of 3 life is the condition. $16,000 is the optional claiming price. Alberta breds, $20,000. Intriguing group again, and as we take a look at the Timeform U.S. pace projector for this race, there are a few horses that like to be up close. The number 6, A Ring in a Rose, is turning back to 6 furlongs for her seasonal debut, but she showed plenty of speed last year. She's likely to be forwardly placed along with the number 4, Made for More, who has the recency advantage. She's already started once this year. I don't think the pace will be electric. I don't think it'll be slow. I think it'll be fair. And again, these horses are racing themselves back into shape, so you might want to consider horses that have already had a run over the track in 2021. One of those is likely to be a big price. That's the number 1, Save It for a Rainy Day, who might have been compromised by a slow pace. Look at those fractions going 5/8 of a mile in that race last month. 23 flat, 46 and 1. Save It for a Rainy Day was up close. She then tired. I really think that's a good lung opener for her, and she should improve in her second start of the form cycle, as she did in 2020 when she won her second race of the year at Century Mile. Save It for a Rainy Day is a horse that's likely going to have to improve from a Beyer speed figure standpoint, but she's run some nice races against stakes quality competition in the past, as she's a big price. Here's Bab's Delight winning her seasonal debut at Century, going 5/8 of a mile, and I like that she was able to come from off of the pace. Now, the 7th place finisher in this race did come back to win, but only against $6,000 beaten claiming foes. 50 Beyer speed figure for Bab's Delight. This is a tougher field as she goes up against multiple winners. The 3 is Piper Rose. Piper Rose is a horse that was compromised perhaps by a lack of pace in her 5/8 race back in May. Even performance that day, but another horse that could build off of that performance. She was a stakes winner at Century, going 1 mile and a 16, 3 starts back. And while she's done good work sprinting, I wonder if this 9-time winner is going to be more effective when she stretches out even more in distance down the road. Made for More is the number 4. Made for More, another one going second off of the layoff. She was an okay third when entered for the waiver. They didn't want to lose her in her first start back. She was up close to the pace. She was no match for Florist late. Her Beyer speed figures are a little bit light. Now, she's lightly raced. I think she has some improvements still to give, but she is going to have to improve from a speed figure standpoint. The 5 is Gem of Inception. Let's watch Gem of Inception's most recent start, an optional claiming race way back in the fall in October, going 1 mile. She showed good speed in this race at a big price, and she's going to finish second to Irish Elegance, who was in raging form at the time. Irish Elegance would come back to win a non-winners of 4 life race with a 69 Beyer speed figure. This is the first start back for Gem of Inception. She did run well off the layoff to kick off her 2019 campaign, but I wonder if she's going to need one off of the bench, especially if she's pushed in the early portion. The 6 is A Ring in a Rose, another horse making her seasonal debut. She was third last time out, going 1 mile and a 16th over a wet track, and she was involved in a very fast-paced dispute. Not only were the fractions quick for 1 mile and a 16th, but she never got a breather, and maybe that's one of the reasons why she's somewhat disappointed at 4-5. Her race 2 starts back, she caught muddy going. Prior to that, she was in really good form, and she just fits at this class level. The question is, what will we get off the layoff? Last year, she was very good first start back. Something About Me is the number 7, and I can understand anyone that was disappointed with Something About Me's seasonal debut on May the 28th. She was up close to that slow pace, and she didn't punch it home as the odds-on favorite. It snapped a 4-race win streak for Something About Me, and Something About Me, we watched that race. She was up close. She just couldn't reel in the leader. It was a race where they ran 1, 2, 3, 4 around the track. I think Something About Me is going to be sharper second off the layoff. She draws outside some of the other speeds with a good stalking gear, and I do believe a good trip is coming. Here's Florist's most recent race, her first start of the year, going 5, and I like the way she kicked on home in the stretch to win with a 56 Beyer speed figure. This horse has 8 lifetime victories, and if this pace heats up, you know she's going to be running on late, and getting out another furlong is going to help Florist. This was a very likable return for her. Taking a look at my top picks in here, I want to give the number 7 one more chance in here. That's something about me. Disappointed a little bit in her seasonal debut, but she ran some much faster races last year against perhaps weaker claiming, optional claiming types. But I think she fits this race from a race flow standpoint, and she's 9-2 on the morning line. Fair value to be sure. 7865 for me at Century Mile on Sunday. Good luck.